Hello, everyone. I want to talk about the final project, which is learning in the real world. What you're going to do is demonstrate your ability to apply the concepts of what we've been learning for the last couple of weeks in cross cultural psychology to a real world situation. And your real world situation is that you're going to find a group that you do not belong to or identify with as your investigation group. Okay, what you need to do is spend a couple of um, hours times researching that group, finding as much information as possible about that group from all source points. Okay, then you need to find someone who is a representative of that group, that is willing to talk to you about their group affiliation, group experience, or cultural experience of being a member of that group. All right. And there's several ways you can approach this. You could do it face to face using appropriate protocols and safety protocols. You could do it virtually. You don't necessarily have to know the individual personally. You can find Facebook groups that have people who have particular affiliates with one another, or maybe you know someone who knows someone. Okay. Any way you do it, you need to find someone to actually discuss their group experience, okay, their cultural group experience. All right. So you're going to be developing a paper that's 4 to 5 pages, APA style, using APA style references. There's an APA style generator that's available where you just plug everything in and you plug all the information in. And at the bottom, it gives you a reference and you cut and paste that into your paper. I posted that several times. All right. Some of the key things that you need to consider when you're talking to the individual in the group, you really want to hear their story. You want to hear their personal experiences. You want to spend time listening to the advantages and disadvantages that they see about their cultural group affiliation or their group affiliation, what their hopes and dreams and concerns, their experiences, cultural interactions, the pros and cons, whatever they have experience being a member of that group. So you may want to have some questions that you generate to start the conversation around that. Okay. Now, what you need to address in your paper specifically is that you want to talk about the social group you chose to investigate, why you chose that group. Then you want to give a thorough background. Remember, you did that research earlier, so you want to provide a thorough background about the group. Assume that us readers know nothing about the group. Okay. Then you want to integrate your 4 cross-cultural concepts, any 4 concepts presented in the entire class, to illustrate how the group that you investigated, the individual that you talked to, or individuals that you talked to, how their experiences exemplify these concepts, how they, what they experience, they give examples of how their experiences relate to cross-cultural concepts. So define those cross-cultural concepts, list those cross-cultural concepts, and give examples of what your group interview or interviewees have experienced to illustrate those. Then discuss life experiences of your interview, which you could identify with, it, you could connect with. So discuss that. And then discuss how you will see this group, approach this group, treat this group differently from your experience. Discuss why you plan to do that. What was illuminating about what you learned that has changed your mind or dispelled some stereotypes or misconceptions that you might have had. And then make sure you support all this with your textbook concepts and scholarly resources. All right. The final thing you will do is you're going to submit on a Padlet the social group that you investigated, why you chose that group, what did you learn doing this assignment, and what you went away from the experience as well. Then I have broken down into a grading rubric of what the key elements I'm looking for that must be included in your paper. If you turn in your paper late is a half a letter grade deducted from that process. If you're unsure, even after viewing this video, please come by office hours to discuss, or send me an email if office hours are not conducive to your schedule. You can get an appointment with me to have one-on-one Zoom as well. So hopefully this gets you started, clears up some of your confusion. around the project. I think it's going to be a fun project. In the past, the projects have been outstanding, and make sure you choose your group that you can have an availability of access to that particular group as well. Looking forward to reading about your groups.